Don't go anywhere, Newsround is coming up next, so stay tuned for all the latest headlines. Also, later on in the year on CBBC, we're going to be having a very special Robot Week, but we have just one problem. We don't have a robot!
That's where we need your help. We need you to design a robot. All you have to do is head to the HQ page, download the template and design your very own robot. Yeah,
check it out. This is the template here. That's where you do your designing. Also, make sure you tell us your name, the robot's name, the robot's special features and what their favourite CBBC show is. OBS.
Once you've done all that, upload it back to the CBBC HQ page. We'll be showing as many as we can. Right now, here's Newsround.
Good morning, I'm Aisha with Tuesday's Newsround, and we're starting with a record breaker. An aircraft powered entirely by the sun has finished its epic round-the-world flight. Solar Impulse 2 touched down in Abu Dhabi in the early hours of the morning. The journey involved 17 separate stages. The final flight from Cairo in Egypt took more than 48 hours. Next up, many children around the world are forced to work. That means they can't do normal things like playing with their friends or going to school. This happens to thousands of children in Ghana in West Africa. But now there is help. Martin's got this.
This is Lake Volta in Ghana. It's the African country's biggest fishing grounds. About 20,000 children are being forced to work on its waters. Some of them are sent to work by poor families in the hope they will have a better life. But they end up being made to work as fishermen and treated like slaves, made to work without pay and stopped from leaving. When he was 10, Damson was taken from his family and made to work as a fisherman for 4 years.
A man came and said he was looking for someone to go and sell drinking water. My mother said I should go with him. I was told I had to dive with them, and if I didn't, I'd be beaten. So I had to dive.
Damson worked in dangerous conditions. Some of the boys he met were injured or died. Damson was eventually rescued by a charity called Challenging Heights. He is now living with his dad and is back at school. Damson is slowly rebuilding his life.
I'm happy. I'm praying hard that they can rescue other children and reunite them with their families.
Now, scientists heading to the UK's tallest mountain aren't packing their walking boots. They're doing it in a submarine. Confused? Leah has more.
200 kilometres off the west coast of Scotland, a submarine is heading to the UK's tallest mountains, hundreds of metres beneath the waves. Coral is everywhere on the mountain tops, and it's teeming with creatures in the cold, dark waters. The biggest mountain is 1,700 metres tall and totally submerged underwater. On board the ship, for 6 weeks, scientists have controlled the underwater robots, watching the images stream back.
This is the first time that anybody has seen this seamount, has seen the animals that live on this seamount, how they live, what they live on, in between, who lives with them, and that's really exciting. We saw some incredible things.
Now the research ship is back, docked in Southampton. BBC reporter Rebecca Morell managed to take a look at what samples the crew brought back.
But here's just a small selection of them. We've got a coral species here that's possibly thousands of years old. This one here can grow several metres tall, and a sponge with tiny little creatures growing inside. It's going to take months to analyse all of this, but even now the team thinks that some of these species may be new to science.
The researchers say these seamounts are a marine life hotspot.
Lots of people think of the deep sea as being a sort of desert of mud, and in fact these mountain structures are far from that. So many animals, so much life.
Now the hard work really starts, because scientists will have to work out what they have and what they need to do to protect what's already living on Britain's deep sea mountains.
So that got us thinking, where would you like to explore if you could? The deepest ocean, maybe a safari or some ancient ruins? Let us know where and why online now. And finally, meet Perps, the penguin from Connecticut in the USA. She injured her left foot 5 years ago, but now, thanks to school kids and experts at an aquarium, they've designed a special boot for her using a 3D printer. Now she can pick up her penguin feet easily. Bless her. Well, that's all for now. I'll be back in half an hour. Bye-bye.
Some neighbours just don't get on. Brand new this summer, Butter Snacks and Gumballs. Today at 6 on CBBC.
Ultimate Break!
The new series, weekends at 9:30 on CBBC.
Meet Imogen and Amelia.
We're identical twins. You're very tall.
Twin it to win it. Today at 4:10 on CBBC.
CBBC.
You're watching CBBC, where we've got the Dengineers coming up next with Lauren and Mark, so don't go anywhere. First, though, I'm going to tell you about a brand new animation which started on CBBC yesterday called Butter Snacks and Gumballs. It's based on the books by Sydney Wakefield, which you may have read, and we're very, very excited about it here at CBBC. If you did miss yesterday's episode, you can get to the iPlayer Kids app to watch it again, and episode 2 is on this afternoon at 6 o'clock. Have a little sneak peek.
Where did it come from? From a mattress. I've seen them before.
Willie, less of the mattresses.
It's true. All we need to do is find a really big mattress. Mwah! Genius! King Snike's mattress stash.
At Snike Hill.
Rumble guts.
Aren't they cute? Okay, so let me get this straight. So the Gumballs need to get a new spring, but the only place they can get hold of a new spring is where the Butter Snakes live, and the Butter Snakes and the Gumballs don't get on, and the Butter Snakes are evil. So that's what's going on this afternoon. Make sure you watch at 6 o'clock to find out how all that drama unfolds. Now, interestingly enough, the Butter Snakes and the Gumballs live on a scrap heap, and we've got our very own CBBC scrap heap at the moment because we're trying to get loads of bits together to design our very own robot, and you have been helping out. In fact, look at this design. Sent in by Georgia. This robot is called simply Bot. It's very cute, and apparently Bot has a special button on his tummy which makes the CBBC logo appear, and I of course love Bot because Bot's favourite show is CBBC Book Club. Thank you very much, Bot, and thank you, Georgia, for sending that in. If you want to do the same as Georgia, all you need to do is get to the CBBC HQ page where you can download a blank template, get designing just like Georgia did, and fill in all the information. We want your name, we want the robot's name, we want to know the robot's special features, and we of course want to know what their favourite show is too. Then you can upload your design to the HQ page or post it off to us. CBBC HQ, PO Box 9989, Salford M50DP. Let's find out how the Dengineers get on.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Mark.
And this is the Dengineers.
The show that puts you in charge of building your very own dream den.
Whoa!
Indoors.
Is this yours? Yeah. Outdoors.
Oh, that's so cool.
Even underground.
That's amazing.
Whatever you want, the Dengineers team are here to transform your ideas into amazing spaces.
Built especially for you.
Here we go.
Hello! Amazing!
Oh,